Hey everybody, so today we are going to be talking about something extremely important, and that is budgeting. It's going to be very simple, very easy to follow, so I hope you guys enjoy. And so some people think I'm crazy, but to me this is just a lot easier for me to keep track of all my bills and everything. But I actually have a budget binder. I label it everything. I'm very big on organization. But in my budget binder, I just have my general, you probably can't see it, but it's my general list of all my bills, when they're due, and the amount. And then under the first tab, I have a breakdown of my paychecks for that month, when the bills are due, what day I paid them on, the total of my bills, how much my paycheck was, and anything that's left over. And then I keep those on the second tab over just to make sure I'm keeping track of everything and can keep track of my yearly expenses. So the first thing I do, which is the first page, not under any tab, is writing out a list of all of my bills, the amount, and when they're due, so I can have them in order, on track. If any changes are made, I update the list. I did write an example for you guys. Nothing specific, just general examples. So it's easier to see. But here, I just, title it bills, because of course that's what it is. If you want to type it up, write it up. Completely your preference. I usually write a rough draft and then type it up just so I can make sure everything is accurate after double checking it. But I write the bill in the far left column. In this case, I label it bill 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. But of course, on your real breakdown of bills, you would write the name of the company that's the bills for example, your rent, or maybe a certain credit card bill, maybe power, electricity, things like that, that are things you need to pay monthly. In the middle column here, I write the date due, so not June 3rd or July 3rd, I just write the 3rd, because it's the same every month. If you have a bill that maybe varies every month, maybe put the earliest due date it's ever been. It never hurts to pay your bills early, that's for sure. In the far column here, I write the total amount, and then usually off to the side I'll write if it's auto pay or not, that way I don't have to think about it. I can just write it on my list. And then right here towards the bottom, I total up the total of these bills here to get a bill amount total. Then at the bottom, I put things, it's not really a bill, but definitely a necessity. I personally have a car. I drive to work every day. Maybe you take the bus, but I would put transportation expense. So for me, that is my gas, which is about $40 every 2 weeks. I do a total of $80 for the month, roughly. And then right under it, groceries, and I estimate I'm going to only spend about $200. If you want to spend more, less, again, your choice. You fit this to what you think your needs are, but just fit what you think it's going to be. And then at the bottom here, you have a grand total of your bills and necessities like gas and groceries, or transportation and groceries. The next portion that I want to go into with you guys just briefly is a breakdown. So this would be an example if you get paid bi-weekly. I get paid bi-weekly. Maybe you get paid every week. You'll want to change it around what fits for you in your life and your paychecks. But this, for example, again, just an example, not my actual sheet here. But I write whatever month it is for on the top. What day, so this would be, for example, paycheck number 1. Maybe, for example, you get paid July 10th or whatever. You would put that date here. And then you write down your bills that are due after the 10th, but before your next paycheck. I like to divide up my rent and take half out of one paycheck, half out of the second paycheck, so I'm not trying to pull out a big lump sum out of one paycheck. Then I put in half of the gas or transportation, half of the groceries that you saw from that first list. Those, of course, don't have a due date, so here where I wrote due, don't know if you can see that, I just put NA for not applicable. And then over on this far column here, that would be where you put the date you paid it. Then you slowly start putting in your bills. I highly recommend making sure you put in your budget that you're going to put something in savings. It's a great way for you to remember, a great way for you to start saving, and a great way to keep to your budget. Then once you list all the bills that are going to be due after that first paycheck, but before the second one, grand total your paycheck. So in this example, the bills and extras such as transportation and groceries equals $630. The paycheck, and I took that based off, you make approximately $9 an hour, you work 80 hours in that 2-week period, would equal $720. Therefore, once you subtract your paycheck from the bills and extras that you've budgeted out for, you would have $90 left over. Now, everybody's different on this. I like to try and not use that. If I do extras like movies, dinner with friends, things like that, it's going to happen. But if you try and keep that saved, even more savings to you. And then at the bottom here, similar to the top except for this one, the paycheck number 2, you'd put the next date. So maybe you get paid next on July 24th. You'd put that there and put any payments for those bills listed on that first page we did in here. They're going to be due after July 20th or after that check up to the next check. Total amount, how much the paycheck was, and what's left over. So again, tailor this around you, your lifestyle, and your paychecks, but I hope that. Another really great thing that can help you guys, once you have your bill list that we went over that lists out all your bills with the date due, it's a great thing to take your calendar. In this case, I have a whiteboard calendar, so I can erase it every month, but I just fill it out, write in all my bills in red. As you can see, for example, on August 1st, my rent is due. So you just put them all in red, that way they're on there every month, you know when they're due, and you have 2 places you can choose. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope this budget really helped you guys. I know it's really helped me throughout the years. Again, if you have any questions, concerns, of course, leave them down in the comments below. I can definitely jump on and answer them for you guys. If you like it, of course, give it a thumbs up. But I hope you guys have a great Monday and a great week, and I'll see you next time.